Shit. Hey you're up.
Whoa. Hold up right there, mon ami. Ronaldo? In a France shirt? Did I just wake up in the wrong universe or what? Okay, let's rewind. Because somewhere out there, in some other timeline, Cristiano Ronaldo never wears red for Portugal. He grows up wearing blue for France instead. Stick around, because this isn't just imagine Ronaldo on a different team. This is what happens when the most confident, most ego-driven goal machine in football history gets dropped into France's golden generation. The Zidanes, the Henrys, all of them. And hey, quick thing before we get into it. If you're into these what-if football videos, go ahead and hit subscribe now, because trust me, you don't want to miss the next one. In real life, a sporting CP scout goes to Madeira, watches a skinny teenager destroy grown men on a tiny pitch, and Portugal gets insanely lucky. In our story, that scout misses his flight. Instead, a French scout from Clairefontaine happens to be on holiday in Madeira, sees the same kid and goes, "Sacré bleu, I actually need to make a phone call right now." A few confusing meetings later, a very confused Portuguese federation and a very smug French one, and just like that, Cristiano Ronaldo is off to Clairefontaine. Same academy that built Henry, Anelka, and half of France's best players ever. Picture it. Zidane is already the main guy in French football. Henry is already a superstar, and now this teenage Portuguese kid shows up doing stepovers on people in training who did not ask for that. Zidane doesn't care. He's Zidane. He's basically unbothered by everything. He kind of becomes Ronaldo's big brother figure. Henry, on the other hand, is annoyed. He just lost his spot as the most stylish player in the country to a 17-year-old. Somewhere in all this, Henry realizes he's about to spend the next 10 years sharing headlines with a kid who genuinely believes he's the main character of every single training session. Welcome to France, Cristiano. 2006 World Cup. France reaches the final again, same as real life. Italy, Berlin, everything's lining up the same way it did before, except this time in extra time, instead of Zidane getting wound up and headbutting Materazzi, the most famous moment in World Cup history, Ronaldo just scores the winner 2 minutes earlier. No headbutt, no drama, Materazzi never even gets the chance to say whatever he said. Somewhere in 2026, Materazzi's sitting at home like, bro, I had a whole speech ready and everything. France wins the trophy. Zidane retires a champion, not the guy from that headbutt video. Now, here's the thing, it's not just international tournaments that flip upside down. His whole club career probably looks different too. Maybe Sporting never happens at all. Maybe it's Monaco who grabs him young, or maybe PSG swoops in early instead of Manchester United ever getting a look in. And that changes everything after. No Old Trafford years, no United treble run as a teenager. A completely different path to becoming the player we know. Real life, France's 2010 World Cup was an actual disaster off the pitch. At halftime of one game, striker Nicolas Anelka lost it at the coach in front of the whole team. Word got out, and instead of anyone apologizing, the whole squad backed Anelka. The players refused to train the next day and just sat on the team bus in protest while cameras filmed everything. France went out in the group stage without winning a single game. Now picture that same meltdown, same bus, same chaos, except Ronaldo is standing right in the middle of it. Honestly, this version of the strike probably looks better on camera. The apology video alone would break the internet. Ronaldo in France also changes the whole GOAT rivalry. That fight for Ballon d'Or was already ridiculously close for over a decade. Now imagine Ronaldo walks into every single one of those arguments with an actual World Cup winner's medal in his pocket that he never had in real life. That's not a minor detail. That's the entire debate tilted in his favor before anyone's even watched a highlight reel. By 2018, real-life Ronaldo is 33 and playing out his last great years with Portugal. In this timeline, he's the experienced veteran on France's team, standing next to a teenage Kylian Mbappe who's about to blow everyone's mind. Mbappe does his thing, the speed, the finishing, embarrassing Argentina at 19 years old like it's nothing. Ronaldo is somehow mentoring him and trying to steal his spotlight in every post-match interview at the same time. France wins it all anyway. 2 World Cups now in this version, and suddenly, nobody can call Ronaldo the guy who choked on the big stage. That argument just doesn't exist anymore. Let's not forget Henry in all of this. In real life, he's remembered as one of the greatest strikers France has ever had. Full stop. No competition. In this timeline, he's forever the guy who had to share the spotlight in his own country. with his own fans, with a Portuguese kid who wasn't even supposed to be there. That's a rough legacy to be stuck with. Qatar 2022, the final everyone talks about to this day. Except this time, it's not Mbappe versus Messi, it's Ronaldo versus Messi. Old rivals, actual World Cup final. Not just an argument people have on social media about who's better. I'm not going to spoil how it ends, but either way, the internet does not recover from this one. Every good run has to end eventually, and in real life, it just did. France actually got knocked out of this exact World Cup by Spain, 2-0 in the semi-final. So in our timeline, let's say it goes the same way, just with an extra 41-year-old in the squad watching it happen. Ronaldo's legs, the ones that used to fly past defenders, now need a few extra steps just to get going. Mbappe is the main guy now, and France should honestly still be fine without Ronaldo carrying anything. Except they're not fine. Same story as real life. Spain shut them out completely. No goals, no answer for it. And France go home from the semi-final instead of lifting anything. Ronaldo's last World Cup ends with press conferences about what went wrong, not some fairy tale ending. Somewhere, Henri's watching from a TV studio, and he is not even trying to hide the smile. So yeah, one missed flight, one scout who decided to go on holiday to the wrong island at exactly the right time, and French football is never, ever the same again. Would any of this actually happen? Absolutely not. Ronaldo would sooner learn to speak fluent Mandarin than swap Portugal for France. And honestly, Henri probably sleeps better at night knowing this timeline stayed fictional. So drop a comment and tell me which timeline you'd actually want to live in. And if you enjoyed this, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, because there's a whole lot more of these what if videos coming. And trust me, some of the next ones are even more unhinged than this. See you in the next one.